Hello, everyone, and a very happy St. Valentine's Day to all of you from the US and for all of you across the pond. And the first thing I thought I'd do is give you a little history on St. Valentine's Day for those who didn't know how we came about this, what the origin of St. Valentine's Day is. So a little bit of history goes like this, and this is straight from the History Channel. Under the rule of Claudius the Cruel, which is quite a moniker, Rome was involved in many unpopular and bloody campaigns. The emperor had to maintain a very strong army to wage them, but he was having a difficult time getting soldiers to join his military leagues. They believed in living a life, but Claudius believed that Roman men were unwilling to join the army because they had a strong attachment to their wives and to their families. So to get rid of the problem, Claudius banned all marriages and engagements in Rome. Valentine, a priest in Rome, who felt the decree was very unjustified, defied his proclamation by continuing to perform marriages for young lovers in secret. When Valentine's actions were discovered, Claudius ordered that he be put to death. Valentine was arrested and dragged before the prefect of Rome, who condemned him to a horrible death. Legend also has it that while he was in jail, many of the couples he had married left him notes and flowers to cheer him up while he was incarcerated. On the day of his execution, he left a farewell note for the jailer's daughter, whom he had grown to be very close to. And he signed it, "Love from your Valentine." The sentence was carried out on February 14th in the year 270, and Valentine was executed. For his great service, he was named a saint after his death. Now, in truth, the exact origin and the identity of Saint Valentine is unclear. According to the Catholic Encyclopedia, there's at least 3 different Saint Valentines, all of whom are martyrs. All are mentioned in the early martyrologies, the record keeping of all martyrs, under the date of February 14th. One was a priest in Rome, probably our Saint Valentine, who we speak of now. The second was a bishop in Terni, Italy. And the third was a martyr in the Roman province of Africa at the time. The legends vary on how the martyr's name became connected with romance. The date of his death may have become mingled with the feast of Lupercalia, which was a pagan festival of love. During the festival, after a number of fertility rituals, the names of young women were placed in a box from which they were drawn by men as chance directed, and those were joined together in binding ceremonies. In 496 AD, Pope Gelasius decided to put an end to that too, and he declared February 14th to be celebrated only as St. Valentine's Day. So subsequently, February 14th traditionally became the date for exchanging love messages, poems, and simple gifts such as flowers. So it's interesting to see how Valentine's Day has evolved into the yearly official tribute to love. It is marked by giving gifts of chocolate, flowers, fancy dinners, jewelry, marriage proposals, and promises, making promises of endless love. But is also for many the day that separates the haves and the have-nots. Those who celebrate love relationships, and those who mourn what they think is the lack of love in their life. But for those who think of their lives in that manner, that this is the only measure of the amount of love in their life, it is like looking down a very, very narrow hallway with no doors or windows, no light shining in, and sorrow living in the darkness. It is not seeing the true picture at all. Think of how much love touched your life from the beginning when you were born till now. When we feel love, we think of hugs and affection from our caregivers when we were children. We think of the pets who wash our faces with sloppy, wet kisses, or other furry, finned, or feathered animals who are our best friends, beloved companions. We think of our friends who help share our burdens and who are always ready for a cup of coffee or a cold beer. Think of all the people you have loved in your life and who have loved you. All those who have cared about you, mentored you, supported you, inspired you, comforted you, held you when you grieved, and congratulated you when you succeeded. Now let's go out even further. Close your eyes for a moment and think of something that you enjoy doing that you love. Pick one of your favorite things and imagine doing that right now. A hobby, a talent you love to indulge in, a pastime. Could be reading, it could be running, it could be yoga. Like Donna, it could be singing, cooking, giving, helping, caring, and feel the love in your heart as you visualize yourself doing something that you love to do. How do you feel now? Can you feel your heart expanding as it's filled with the love you generated by putting up that image in your mind, by feeling yourself doing it? There are so many types of love in our lives, isn't there? So many different ways to feel your heart bursting when you let love pour into it, and so many ways to bring joy and happiness to others when we allow love to pour out of us and into them, and then out into the world. Let's go out even further and imagine the beauty of this world, the beauty of God's creation. And see it in your mind's eye, the beauty of the dawn, the birthing of a new day, the soothing pattering of raindrops, the myriad colors of the sky, the music of birdsong against the, the soothing pattering of raindrops against the window glass. Imagine the stars in the night sky, the galaxies in their endless myriad colors, the crickets singing the day to sleep, the colors of the trees changing with the seasons, fresh fallen snow, the roar of the ocean and the whisper of the wind through the trees. To love these is to love the beauty of nature and creation. And in all kinds of expressions of love lives God. This brings us to an even more wonderful gift, which exists for every one of us. Now, this is a universal truth, never to be disputed or negated. It is this: love is forever, because death has no dominion. Remember, we are spiritual beings housed in a physical container, and we continue to be after our time on this earth has ended. Those whom we love, our spouses, our partners, our friends, our parents, our relatives, our pets, all who have left their earthly existence, have merely transitioned into their true nature as souls, as spiritual beings who are still with us, loving us. Love is what binds us together here and in the hereafter. And we are privileged to have mediums who volunteer to be their voice, to convey to the living that, yes, my dearest one, I am still here. I am with you. I am beside you. And I so love you. Especially on holidays, your loved ones come to be with you, to let you know that they're fine and they are always just a thought away. Know this, you are loved always, and you don't need flowers or candy or jewelry or gifts. The love that exists in your heart for those who have gone before you, the love that connects you to every other person and every living thing on this planet, makes you part of the brotherhood of man. And knowing that, it is impossible to deny the presence of some form of love in your life. Inside each one of us is a divine spark which connects our soul to the Creator, and that becomes the thread that weaves us all together in a beautiful tapestry of eternal life. Enjoy your day today. Think of those that matter to you with love, and send a loving thought out to those you may not know, whose lives you could bless with a loving wish or intention. Send a loving thought out to those you don't especially care for, and perhaps consider sending some forgiveness to someone who has caused you pain. Love heals, and forgiveness does as well, even if you can only muster a few drops at a time. Celebrate the love in your life every day, and it will grow greater, stronger, and it will spill over into every path you walk on, into every life you touch. And then truly, you will be the person who will walk into a room and heal and uplift others just by your presence. And really, can't this world use so many more of you? Thank you. And I wish you all so much love. Have a wonderful day.